Hello, good evening, everyone. I believe you can hear me very well. So if you can hear me, kindly signify by raising up your hands. Just let me know if you can hear me. Yeah, yeah, my leader. Thank you, thank
Let's
you.
pray.
Yeah, yeah, thank you very much. Hope you will be able to solve the technical issue over there, Mr. James.
Yes.
Yeah, not to waste of our time, I would like to welcome everybody to this meeting, to this webinar meeting, just to sensitize ourselves about the youth cooperative. I believe some of us have know some little about the youth cooperative, but I will try to welcome us and to discuss about the youth cooperative. Yes, it is my pleasure to welcome you all. Yes, it is my pleasure to welcome you all to this special webinar on empowering youth. Yeah, please mute your mic. Yeah, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone to this special webinar on empowering youth through cooperatives, a sustainable model for economic inclusion. As we know that we are celebrating the 2025 International Year of Cooperatives, this conversation is timely to crucial and is very important for we the young cooperators. Cooperatives has offer young people a pathway to economic empowerment, financial inclusion, and sustainable development. Through today's discussion, we aim to explore how youth can harness the power of cooperatives to job creations, leadership, and economic growth. We are honored to have our leader here from Botswana, and he is the president from Masterminds Cooperatives. He's a cooperative professional, he's a cooperator, he's a youth advocate, and he's our key speaker, Mr. Nazarite. Is going to discuss more about the youth cooperatives, and his insights will inspire and equip us with practical knowledge on how to drive and meaningful change. I encourage every one of us to pay maximum attention and to ask well question when and where necessary. I wish you all, every one of us, a happy celebration, and I will hand over to the Mr. James to continue with the moderation. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, sir. So, on that, I also want to say, so without wasting much of our time,
So can we have our guest speaker on the stage now?
Okay, thank you so much. Good evening to everyone
Good evening,
going
sir.
to login. Yes. So the floor is all mine.
Yeah, you can continue. Maybe you want to share your screen.
No, no, it's okay. It's okay. Because I just hope this can be more of an interactive session.
Yes.
Uh, okay. Again, it's good to see you all. It's good to see the Botswana team here in. The guys from Nigeria, Abubakar, we see you as well. Uh, so as to start, I believe we are here mostly to discuss how we can empower our youth through the cooperative model by creating a sustainable model for economic inclusion. Uh, we are all aware that we are celebrating only the second time of International Year of Cooperatives. The first time we celebrated this year was here in Botswana in 2012. So it comes as a great pleasure to celebrate it again because uh, when it was in Botswana 2012, the ICA General Assembly or the Ministerial Conference for ICA Africa was held here in Botswana. But that's just a peek of what we are going to talk about. Our concept note clearly discussed that we are going to share about youth cooperatives as a solution to unemployment. So that means the worker cooperative model, right? We are again going to share more about the financial inclusion and access to credit. This means our savings and credits. I believe we have a few here who will deliberate more on it. Again, we are going to talk about capacity building and skills development. This talks to one of our pillars, which talks about education, training, and information. Yeah, again, we are going to talk about um, is it okay now? Yes, I believe so. We are going to talk about the policy recommendation for government. These are the legal framework that can either enhance or block uh, youth cooperatives in formation, in working in participation of youth in cooperatives. So we are here, we want to learn, but more so we want to discuss. So my deliberation today will just be an interactive session. We are going to get to know each other, get to know what we do in our cooperatives. And firstly, if James will allow me, I'm going to share it around us. And I'm going to ask a few questions so we can either all of us contribute here. I'm going to give the first question. I believe two people will have to answer it. Uh, I'll pick uh, I'll pick Patro and Ahmed. The first question to us here is, why did we join this session today? Why did we join this session today? What did what did we want to learn? Patro, can you take it? Anyone who want to take that question? Why did you join it? Just show by raising your hands. Yes, yes, Mr. Patro.
Hey, can you hear me? I have a problem here with my mic.
Yeah, you are audible.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. President. So, thank you for giving me this opportunity. So, I joined this interactive session just to hear more on how other cooperatives from Nigeria, I mean from North Africa, are doing, and I want to, because last time we from this southern, I think I have an idea on how we are doing here, and I wanted something more. I wanted to learn more. Yes, I have a problem here with my phone, so maybe I'll speak later. Let me just fix something.
Okay, thank you, sir. I guess we had the answer. Uh, he got into this session just to learn more about youth cooperatives, how they are doing their status, especially in the Nigerian area and other parts of areas aside from the SADC region. So we are going to, who is next? Anyone, especially not from the SADC region? Ajiboye, do you want to take it? James, can you take that question?
Okay, good evening. Why do I join this meeting per se? To me, I think it is important we come together, saying that our cooperative is a voluntary association that needs to be geared by especially the youth, to be candid. When we look at the economy and then the move of things, I'm talking from the standpoint of Nigeria here. You will know that for cooperative to strive successfully, youth has to take over, and then it will be so important and so interesting to have a full knowledge of what cooperative actually entails and how youth can be empowered so that we can actually run a smooth and a successful cooperative if actually we want to succeed as we expected. So tonight I joined personally to learn about how youth can be empowered through cooperatives, and then it is my joy because this is not just from Nigeria. We have many people from different countries. It's a platform for us to learn from one another so that we can actually apply those learning and then those teachings in our respective countries. So thank you, everyone. I think that is my own for now.
Okay, thank you so much. I just saw your message. And the reason I did this session without a presentation is because I don't want to be the one sharing ways of empowering the youth movement, because I believe every leader here is capable of sharing the whys, the why nots, the gaps, the challenges, and the opportunities. But when we summarize, I'll just give a brief speech with a short story that you will ensure that everyone is covered, and then we'll get to the question and answers. So I'll get again to the next question. The next question will be, yes, we just graduated. Someone will graduate. We believe we are in the youth brackets. And most of us join cooperatives because they have been told by their parents. Because as we know, we believe cooperatives are entities that our parents makes us to join. We believe they are for the older people, as The statistics say that Africa's cooperative age, average age is around 70 years. The average age of a cooperator in Africa is around 70. As you can see in all the meetings, in all the boards, in general assemblies, in workshop, in conferences, you will see less than 20% of youth in attendance. So that means as youth, we still have a long way to cover in terms of our empowerment and participation and just the mobilization in itself. So when we join cooperatives, it's mostly because we lack something, we need something, hence the emergence of a worker cooperative. And the worker cooperative model is when a group of young people come together. It can be young people also. When you come together and employ yourself to do something to attain a common goal. As we know, the primary definition of a cooperative is when we have common interests, we have to have a common goal. Even if we do anything, even if we go into catering, if we go into farming, if we go into either pharmaceuticals or auditing, brick molding, the common goal should be the same. And mostly the youth's common goal in Africa is unemployment. Most of us are unemployed, or most of us want to be self-sufficient. That means the financial inclusion part is needed. So I believe each and every one of us here is part of a cooperative. So I want you guys to be as honest with yourself and with ourselves as possible. Why are you part of a cooperative? Why did you join a cooperative? Was it for the money? Was it because someone told you to join? Did you go there looking for employment? Did you want to have that cooperative identity and spirit? Or what was the sole reason? Firstly, I'll share my reason. Then I believe from there you'll get to know, and I'll get to know why you join the cooperative. It was around 2017. I was just 2016 to be precise. I was just after school, after graduation. So honestly, I was unemployed. I wanted to apply for funds. I wanted to be an entrepreneur or at least get a job. So when attending a seminar, I was just going through opening doors, dropping my application. So when I was passing by Mogodisani sub-district council, because I'm an IT officer or I'm a software engineer by qualification, not profession. So I wanted at least just a temporary job in the IT field. So when passing by the sub-district, there was a group of youth under a tree. And when I came closer, I noticed that there was a capacity building workshop on cooperatives done by our cooperative college. I sat down because I was just tired. I wanted to have some time to rest before I go on my journey of job hunting. So when the deliberations were ongoing and they were talking about the different types of cooperatives, why people should join cooperatives and talking about the values and principles, I got very interested. It was something that I wanted to do. So I was asking myself question, is it that hard? We just need 20 people to join. So why not start? Why not start my own cooperative that rather than going and checking which cooperative is available to or open for membership? So I got a group of friends. We got mobilized. It was mostly graduates. Then we said, guys, let's open a WhatsApp group. Let's brainstorm. What do we want to do? Where do you want to go? I know you guys are all unemployed. So we can do something with our lives. Let's meet and let's have something. And that was the birth of the mastermind principle. The mastermind principle is uh, it's on chapter 10 of one book by Napoleon Hill. Is Think and Grow Rich. If you read that book, Think and Grow Rich, and you go to chapter 10, you will get to know the mastermind principle. What's the mastermind principle? The mastermind principle is when you and your friends help each other to attain a certain goal. In Botswana, we can call it Motselo, your Letsema. When you call your friends, if you want to fence your yard or your farm, you call your friends and they help you so that at one point they can benefit from the aid they gave you. So that's basically the mastermind principle. So that's a short story. It's not in full, but it's just a short summary of how I joined the cooperative. It was mostly to attain something to do, to be, if not employed, at least to have something of my own. And I believe with that, that's when everything changed. So again, I'm going to give it to you guys because, like I said, I didn't want to be here giving you a presentation and saying all the right things when all the problems and all the solutions are in this panel here. So, guys, I'm going to take your hands. What inspired you to join a cooperative? Or if it was not inspiration, what made you join a cooperative? Why are you part of a cooperative? I'll see with the raise of your hands. Anyone? Or can I just pick randomly? Ajibuye, can you please?
All right. Can you, I believe everybody can hear me. Can
We
everyone hear
can,
me,
sir.
please?
Right on, sir. We can.
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right. All right. Thank you so much for this opportunity for everyone to learn and relearn. We appreciate this effort. Um, Before saying exactly why I joined the cooperative, there was a misconception from the beginning of the presentation that the average age of an African in cooperative is 70. I disagree totally with that figure. To the best of my knowledge, as far as I am concerned, for Lagos State, we actually have quite a lot of youth getting involved in cooperative. Yes, they might be minimal compared to our leaders that are being seen in the forefront. All right, I agree. Based on that, you might want to take a general view of what our cooperative is by the number of our leaders that we see in the forefront. But that doesn't say in the whole that we don't have youth actively involved in cooperative. We just need to keep educating so that we can achieve more and do more by bringing a lot of youth to the table. Now, for me, as a young man, I had the privilege of knowing so much about cooperative by virtue of my relatives who were into them. And back then, the relative I had then was into a Greek cooperative. It was so fascinating to me. And because of what he was into, He was able to get a lot done in his life and that of his community at that time. He was very active in the community, helping a lot of people because someone, all my life as a person, I've been involved in service at various levels. And it was so easy for me, having gone through some training in community development, to really bring about people every time I get to an organization. The first organization I worked with was somewhere in Festac, Lagos. Being a company, I was a land surveyor there. I was able to, it's a construction company, convince people to come together. Now, that society started with just 10 men, and today, still existing. The society is worth, right now, over 300 million naira. Now, again in Ogun State, which is another state, we were able to replicate that, and to the glory of God, we are also doing well. A cooperative that is less than 2 years, but is already giving out loan of over 30 million naira, meaning that we are doing well. Now, that's my own story. I got help by virtue of someone who is already practicing or actively involved in cooperative. And I was fascinated by it. But that is not the average Nigerian story. Some other people, in fact, we have quite a lot of youth who really do not believe or have never even come across the name cooperative or the meaning. There's a really need to really do serious and engaging education about cooperatives among the youth. All right, and most of the time when these topics are mentioned in Nigeria today, in Ogun State to precise, it's still a strange topic, which tell us something that we need to do more. Now, imagine the youth, if the set of us, for example, in my cooperative, the average age of the members is like, let's say, 35. We have younger people, we have elderly people, and so on and so forth. But imagine we have a set of youth that are within the range of 18, quite a lot of them actively involved in society. It means we could do more. Our welfare getting stronger and better and a lot more. So my own story is a different one. I got helped, but quite a lot of people are still on the street who have not come across that topic before, and we suggest that there's still really a lot to be done to get put to the table. So that's just my own contribution for now, sir. Thank you again for coming on board for us to learn and relearn. It's a privilege. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was very insightful. Anyone else from our side? Yes, Pedro.
Thank you, Mr. President. So I think all of us have a common ground. We did not just go straight to say that we are starting cooperatives. It is because of something, or something led to something, that we made us to join the cooperatives. So on my case, I joined cooperatives as an employee. After that's when I realized, I became aware of what cooperatives are. At first, I was not aware. Maybe let me just say some few things, maybe some hindrances that made me, or some of us, not to just join straightly, or just to join. My first point will be lack of education. Lack of education from early learning, that is from our school, from our primary school, for our early institutions. There's no education about this cooperative, so which makes that the information is lacking on early, on our early ages. The second point is that lack of awareness. There is less information on cooperatives in most countries. as the case of Nigeria. I was hearing my brother, they said he got the information on cooperatives from his neighbors. So it's similar unto our countries. We get information maybe when you go to the shop or something, to the market, you say what? You say maybe I want to buy something from that shop, from a cooperative shop. That's when you will know maybe this shop is for. Even that information is hidden from us, because I think elderly people, they are unlike youth. As youth, we share most information, but the elderly people, you see, they only share with their mates. So I think if if we as youth in Africa, we share most of this information, I think there will be awareness of cooperatives. So thank you, Mr. President.
Oh, thank you so much. Anyone else? James, you wanna take that, or can I continue?
Yes, sir, Mr.
Yes,
President,
sir,
you
Mr.
can.
President, you can. Okay, thank you so much. Anyone before we move to the next one?
Yeah, I will also like to share my own experience about cooperatives. Yeah, when I was very young, it's my father that is doing this cooperative. Find out that he takes this cooperative as much as like his business, and he is doing it very very take it serious. But when I'm now growing up, like one of my brothers said, the lack of education and awareness about this cooperative. I don't have any much awareness, anything. I don't know more anything about cooperative. But thank God, when I was like looking for a job anywhere, I find myself at a cooperative sector. And where I find myself as the head of the ICT department, which I will be in charge of sending mails, receiving mails from any for the organization. That make me trying to read more, read news, read details about cooperative, and I find more interest in cooperative, that I can do cooperative to make things prosper for me, for my family, for my friends. And also when I now discovered that most of our youths are not aware about cooperative. That's when now trying to establish Ogun State Youth Cooperative, so that we can bring youth into cooperative for cooperative sustainability in Ogun State and in Nigeria as a whole. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Uh, Lamin, I see you are back. Can you share a bit before we continue? Sewiniso? Yes, please. Can you share the reason why you joined a cooperative? What was the inspiration behind? You can go ahead, Lamin. Okay, Abdul.
Can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Yes. There's a slogan which says, together we can go far. So I was able to join the cooperatives through that. If you are combined, you can do better. Unlike if I can do things alone. So I joined cooperative in that way, so that we can manage and do things together, so that we can go far. Because in our place we had an agreement on uh, we had an agreement of making tourism around my area. So that's why I joined cooperative. In that way, which we can manage to do the cooperative in such a way. When we are doing the tourism together, we can do better, unlike if you do things alone. So in that way, it's where I was able to join the cooperative. And I even go for some trainings around Mananga. So in that way, I was I was left without peace, so that I can join cooperatives in order to do things.
Okay, thank you so much. Before we go to the next one, so what does your cooperative do in Eswatini?
My cooperative do we do a lot of things, such as that we clean around our area, cleaning campaign. We do cleaning campaigns. We also do cultural things, such as that we celebrate culture. We celebrate culture with the schools around, and also our main aim is to do tourism, so that if you come to Swaziland, you come to Eswatini, you will be able to book in our area around Lomahasha, so that you can sleep there and see that place. The place we have, when you are in, have a 3 point, whereby when you stand there, you will be able to see from Mozambique, and you will be able to see from South Africa, including Eswatini, when you are in the hilltop.
Okay, no, thank you so much. That's very interesting. Sibuni Zodlamini, then Maran Tamela, you are next.
Yes.
Yes, can you unmute and speak?
I think Abdul Fattah is want to say something.
Yes,
Yes,
Abdul,
Abdul.
anything else? Or
Oh, you are done.
yes, he's done.
Yes, he's done.
Okay,
Yeah,
for
Mr. James, can you take over?
Okay, so thank you everyone. This night meeting us tonight. That's so great. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, everyone. So we've been able to interact, kind of, and then I'm so sure that we've been able to learn one or two things from each other. And then, while we are asking questions, it was interesting to hear some of our stories, even from our president, how he joined the cooperative and what was the move that actually drive his interest in cooperative. That was so great and powerful. So, and then what I would like to say is this, that cooperative has a lot of benefits. We cannot underestimate the benefits in cooperative. we cannot underestimate. So as such, we should try to do cooperative evangelism in our respective countries, states, and then wherever we find ourselves. Like Osco Fed Youth Cooperative, we can actually, try to do things more. Okay, Mr. Fatai, are you there? Are you ready now?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Let's give you some minutes so you can go ahead.
Okay, sir. Good evening. Hello.
Yes.
Good evening, sir. We can hear you.
Yeah, like idea I have about the cooperative is that, like I'm talking now, I'm talking from Kwara State, which is northern part of Nigeria. Hello. Ah,
Just continue,
shit.
sir. Continue. We can hear you.
Okay, northern part of Nigeria. You know that we are dealing with Islamic cooperative in our area, and this is the backup of agricultural system in our area. But majority of the other cooperative, which is the thing that majority of people know about, they have interest, why our Islamic cooperative is not have interest. And we have believed that whatever you do, you will do it and you have hope that compulsory they will give you your money back. But the rest of them, they are shaking. Maybe they will took each of them to the radio station that someone is owing me on behalf of the cooperative. That was the thing that majority of the people don't want to join the cooperative because of debt or something. They will owe you money and refuse to pay. That was the issue that majority of the people who leave the cooperative. It's not mean that majority don't know what is cooperative is about. But the problem is that how to know the truth people in this schedule. That's the problem that I know about it. So that's my own feel about it.
Wow, that's great. Mr. Fatai, thank you for that insightful word. Uh, that's great, that's great. So, thank God, thank God we have been able to meet and actually have some things to some extent. So, I will now ask a general question now. Probably you have a question from that you have been trying to gather answers for, probably be due to as a result of tonight's meeting, or probably something has been bothering your mind concerning cooperative, or you have an insight or a suggestion that can actually move cooperative, to a global level, saying that we'll be celebrating International Cooperative Day this year. And then there is need for youth inclusion, and then other things, and we want to promote youth and then to ensure that youth participate, maximally in cooperative. So if you have any question or any suggestion or any contribution that can be of a betterment to youth cooperative at large, and cooperative worldwide as well, can you just talk now? Let's the floor is open to everyone that has something to say. If you have anything, you can signify just by raising hand. Is it okay, Mr. Ajiboye? So you can go on, sir.
Okay. Once again, good evening, everyone. I feel most of the effort we can put uh, it's a line of laws that might need to enable a kind of youth movement in our various localities, meaning that we might need to have to fund and cause our various local authorities to have to adopt encouraging law such that we can propagate youth to join cooperative for sustainability sake. And we might also need, it's not going to be easy, but we might also need to do a lot of education, and especially with intention to catch them young at probably at our higher institutions. Um, this will require funding. The truth is, if you want people to sacrifice their time and knowledge and what have you, you also need to find a way to motivate them by means of some, some kind of support to for ease of movement, ease of other necessity that will make that really work out. So first is just to ensure that we have laws supporting um, technology, so to say, in the practice and incorporating technology into the current operation of societies. You can imagine in this 2025, our African governments are still finding it difficult to trust technology, you know, so much so, in use for the operation of the, what's it called, cooperative society. We have a lot of gap to cover, and we still need to find a way to be able to push laws that can encourage this. But even if we must do that, we must be able to convince our leaders that this, whatever they are afraid of, whatever they are bothered about, that is not going to make them easily accept technology. We need to do more to convince them that it is, their fear can be ensured with the use of technology, and that whatever it is they are doing or they are afraid of, technology can as well take care of it. Because if we're going to talk about, no youth want to be stretched, the current practice, you can imagine our leaders having to hold meetings in a week. It's stressful. I don't think any youth want to be part of that. They just want to enjoy life and do things with ease. Youth will support a cooperative system that they can operate from the comfort of their home, or wherever they find themselves. And be rest assured that if it's very easy, they would want to be part of it. But if it's stressful, I'm not sure any youth will want to be part of that. They want to automate things and make it work for them. So if we can push laws that can make this work and acceptable by our leaders and government, various authorities, then that is a way to go. And then we need to also sensitize. I guess the best place to do this is at various tertiary institutions. We might even sponsor clubs, all right, cooperative clubs, to teach them these things from that young age, so that it becomes part of them as they're coming out. So I think that's a way to go. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir, Mr. Eletu. That was a wonderful one. And then one thing I want us to note from what he has said is the fact that as the world is changing globally, and then as the world is going technologically, we should be able to imbibe that what's it called, that system into cooperative as well in our various countries, whereby we can have a technological wise cooperative, whereby all we do is based on technology. Thank God for AI inventions. Thank God for many things. If we want to actually make cooperative relevant to people, we have to imbibe all these things as well. And then I trust I trust our leaders, and then by the virtue of grace rested upon the movement so far, we'll be able to achieve such things. So any other contribution? Is there is there any contribution from anybody again? Is there any? If there is, let the person signify by raising his or her hand. Okay, I would assume there is none for now. So as such, I would have loved us to have a one-on-one introduction, so that probably we can actually have a smooth what's it called, so that when we see ourselves some other times, we'll not be saying, hey, hello, hi, but we know ourselves by names and probably by where we come from. But I trust that we can do that on our platform, on the WhatsApp platform. So after this meeting, and then consecutively, there will be, the platform is open. We can meet ourselves. We can have a one-on-one talk, and to, as per how to run cooperative successfully, and then to actually, we can learn from each other how you run cooperative in your country, how they run it in my country. In fact, if you want to learn how to run cooperative in a very good way, come to Nigeria. Look for a Nigerian. Message the Nigeria. Nigeria is good. Okay, so as such, let us try to make and meet one another, and then have a kind of introduction, probably on the WhatsApp platform. So far, I want to thank our speaker. Yes, sir, Mr. President, you are wonderful. Thank you for your efforts in cooperative at large. We will not take your efforts for granted, and you will. I trust God that we will actually have what you have been trying to achieve will surely come to pass. So I want to thank the host, Mr. Badejo from Nigeria. Thank you for this wonderful webinar. It has been a system and a platform that has given us opportunity to meet tonight. So, sir, Mr. President, you can go ahead. I can see you raising up your hand, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. I believe before we close up, I know it's very late. Can we have at least a minute to each and every one of us here, just so we hear their voice, they introduce themselves, we can know what cooperative they are from. I believe that will help in enhancing the networking that we came here to do. Just a request.
Okay, I support that. Mr. President. Thank you. So can we start? Where should we start from? On my screen, I'm seeing Mr. Fatai Sheung first. Okay, can we just start from there? I'll be calling names. So, Mr. Fatai, are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
Okay, sir. Can you just give us a clue, your name and where you are chatting from, and then the kind of cooperative you run in a jiffy?
My name is Abdul Fatai Oluwasheng from Kwara State. The cooperative that I'm running since 2010, when I'm finishing my secondary school, because I'm not furthermore than secondary school, is Islamic Cooperative. Since that time, I'm starting farming system, pigeon, poultry, fowl. So I don't have much than that.
Wow, thank you, sir. Thank you. So we can hear him. He's from Nigeria. So, Mr. Jiboye Letu, can you officially announce yourself? I'm calling us as we appear on our screen, on my screen here. So, Mr. Jiboye Letu, can you introduce yourself? We want to know you more.
All right, thank you very much. I am Surveyor Eletu Ahmed Ajiboye, a federal government licensed surveyor. I am a lecturer at the Ogun State Institute of Technology in Idesa, Ogun State. We currently run a staff multi-purpose cooperative society. The previous, and we are also thinking of bringing an investment cooperative society on, and that's all about me for now. And please, if there is a kind of platform where youth can meet globally or within Africa, I'm not aware of any, but if there's such platform, I would like to be added. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Eletu. That is a nice one. And then on that platform, it will be communicated on the WhatsApp platform if there is any. So probably the link to the platform will be sent to us so we can join. So the next person on my screen is Osco Fed Youth Cooperative, Mr. Badejo. Can you quickly? I don't know you, Mr. Badejo. I don't know you. I don't think I know you. Can you just quickly introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Badejo Adeyemi. I am the president of Ogun State Youth Cooperative. I'm also the member of ICA Youth Africa. I'm the ICT department. I'm the head of ICT department of Ogun State Cooperative Federation Limited. Yeah, that's more for now. Thank you.
Sorry, Mr. Badejo, which country are you chatting from? I don't think you mentioned that. Which country?
Okay, I'm from Nigeria, Africa, Nigeria, Africa.
Oh, on my screen, I see Mr. Patro. Mr. Patro, can we hear you? Mr. Patro, you can go ahead. You can go ahead.
All right, thank you, Mr. James. My name is Patro from Botswana, from Botswana. I'm the secretary at Multipurpose Cooperative Society. So I actually, before the introduction, I wanted to say something about the question that you posed earlier. But let me, I think I'll contribute after the introduction. Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir. But you haven't introduced. Okay, that's good. Thank you, thank you. So, on my screen here, I'm seeing Mr. Aziz Awakon. I'm just assigning type, so I don't know if you're Mr. or Mrs. But I'm saying Aziz Awakon. Can you please introduce yourself? Mr. Aziz Awakon, are you there? Mr. Aziz Awakon, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Good day, everyone. Yeah, my name is Mr. Awako Ayodele Abdulaziz. I'm a chairman of a cooperative multipurpose society in Lagos. Yeah, that's all for now. Now I'm just joining you new. Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. Next on my screen here is Fifi Yen. I guess this is Miss Fifi Yen. Can you hear me? Can you please introduce yourself? Oh, Mr. President, you laughed. Okay.
Hi, evening. My name is Kineule Jani. I am from Botswana. I am an employee for the Toilet Housing Cooperative Union Limited. Thank you.
Well, thank you, ma. Thank you. That's nice having you here. I saw my president laughing at me. Maybe I couldn't pronounce the name very well. So sorry for that if I actually did something wrong about that. The next on my screen is Iradokunda Dixon. Please just permit me to call it anyhow. One of the most difficult subjects I've ever seen is names. So just permit me anyhow I call it. Iradokunda Dixon, are you there? Can you hear me? Oh, yes, Salma, can you hear me? Hello, Mr. Dixon, can you hear me? Okay, as we await Mr. Dixon, can we actually take the introduction from Mr. or Miss Dishebo? Are you there? Can you hear me, please? Ken Dishebo. Hear me? Because I don't know.
Hey, hello.
Okay.
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Sir, we can. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. Yeah, my name is Kaine Ditsebo. I'm from Botswana under Bakoni Multipurpose Cooperative Society.